Britt and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here today. We are in the kitchen with another delicious recipe. Today we're making our baked penne with ricotta that is whole food plant-based, SOS free, and a hit with everyone. We are in the process of moving, so I am packing up this house. It's getting very empty, and these will be our last month of making recipes here in this kitchen. But then we're moving to a new neighborhood that is a wonderful community, and this recipe just screams thank you for being my neighbor as you drop off a baked penne pasta dish, right? So I just love this. I love this to make this for family when they come over. It is ridiculously easy, and it makes people feel like you just slaved away in the kitchen. But I'm gonna show you tons of hacks and tricks, and literally this is gonna be like your favorite family meal, I promise. So we're gonna get started. Also, during this month of moving, you know, stuff is getting boxed up and moving around. So I will be doing videos slightly different, but as soon as we move to the new house, it'll be a whole setup. So really looking forward to that. Our recipe is written out down below in the show notes, as well as on our website with a free printable PDF and a Word document for you guys. So if you guys head over to our website, I will post what it is down below. You can head over, print this out, and have it. It's literally such a good recipe. Again, people plant-based or not are gonna love it. And you know, if you head over there, our website is free of all ads. I don't put any advertisements. It's literally just the recipe, so you don't have to scroll like all the way down to the bottom of the website. I try to make it as straightforward as possible. And if you want to help support what we do here on this channel, we have a private membership where I put up all the recipes that I'm working on, and then it takes a long time to come out here on the channel. Right now we have over 25 recipes up there. So if you're interested in becoming a member and helping support what I do, check out that link as well. Okay, we're gonna jump into recipe. So this recipe is really a three-part one. We're gonna make our pasta. Now you can use, like, people have done this with stuffed shells. You can make this really into a lasagna. You can make it with penne like we're gonna do today. You can use whole wheat pasta, gluten-free pasta, bean pasta, whatever kind of pasta you want. You just want to read the directions of how to cook it, and we're gonna undercook it. So kind of parboil your pasta that you're gonna use. I'm gonna use a whole wheat penne today, but you can use any pasta. It doesn't even have to be penne. It can be any shape you want. You can make this into lasagna. You can make this into so many different ideas, stuffed shells, the list goes on. So I have around a 16-ounce package, which I also have the grams written in the recipe down below for you guys, of pasta that I'm just gonna par cook. So I don't wanna cook it till it's done. We wanna take it off whenever, I would say around 7 minutes for this guy. And that way, because we're gonna bake it and you don't wanna like overcook your pasta. So you guys can't see it, but right off screen, my water is boiling. So I'm just gonna quickly open this, and then we'll talk about part two. But this recipe is perfect, like if anyone in your family had a baby or you wanna take over somebody a meal, this is a great one to drop off. All right, so in went my, my penne, and I'm just gonna give that a quick stir. All right, so that's going. The second part of this recipe is to make our marinara sauce. So we have a video, and it's also on our website for this really easy marinara. Now, you can use any marinara that you like. If you have a recipe you already like, if you found one that's SOS free in the grocery store, but I really do love our recipe. It's so easy. It's like very little ingredients, and I included it down below for you guys right here, as well as on the printable recipe for this, so you don't have to go like multiple spots. It's down below. I'm just not gonna show you guys how to make it because we're gonna focus on the ricotta, and I already did a video on this. So go ahead and make your marinara for it. Hopefully you're using ours. If you made ours, leave a comment down below of how amazing it is. And we're gonna move on to the ricotta. So I'm gonna grab a food processor, and I don't really like promote a lot of appliances, but I really have been loving the Ascent series food processor from Vitamix. It's massive. If you've been following me for a while or taken any of my cooking classes, you'll know that I've had multiple food processors that I've not liked, and this one I've owned for pretty much coming up on a year, and I just love it. So I'm going to use that one. Again, it's just the Ascent series Vitamix food processor. I think it's the only food processor that they have out. So in my food processor, I'm going to hold it up so you guys can see. We're going to add everything for the ricotta. So the main thing for this recipe, and this is a nut-free ricotta. You also can make this even lower fat by using all white beans. We're going to do a combination. Now, I prefer it with tofu and white beans. I think it gives it a creamier taste. But if you are somebody who can't have soy, you definitely can use all white beans, and that's all in the notes for you. So just a heads up before we start. All right, so I have a 16-ounce block of extra firm tofu, and I just drained the water. I didn't pat it dry, just drain off the water. I'm gonna add that in. I'm just gonna break it up with my hands. And you guys will get to see it. I'll pick it up. I know this is a little bit different than how I normally film, but life is crazy right now with moving, and a lot of you guys don't know, but I'm a full-time teacher. So I literally just got off work and wanted to film this for you guys before I make it for dinner. All right, so that's just the tofu. Okay, up next is a 15-ounce can of white beans that you've drained and rinsed. This is a salt-free can. Now again, you can use 2 cans of beans instead of the tofu if you want this all to be a bean recipe. It's up to you. I do suggest you try it out my way first. This is how I will make it for guests when they come over. I really enjoy it. All right, up next is 1/4 cup of a plant milk. Now I have almond milk here, unsweetened, unflavored. I'm gonna turn my pasta water down. I also have a tablespoon of lemon juice. And that mixed with the beans really is softened, again, with the extra firm tofu. We want this to be a thick ricotta recipe, so we're not looking for it to be watery. We want it to have some body, so I find that the liquid is really a good amount for this, but you can also add a little bit more non-dairy milk if for some reason you're just having trouble, but it's always kind of worked out this way. I never really have to add anything. I have some white miso for our salt substitute, so this is a tablespoon of white miso paste. Because we're SOS free here, you could leave it out if you don't have it. It doesn't make or break that part of the recipe. And then for our seasonings, I have some Italian seasoning or pizza seasoning. So this is 2 tablespoons. Either one works. I also have a dash of black pepper, and I have a tablespoon, a teaspoon of garlic powder. And you know, to be honest, when I cook this recipe, I'm just like adding stuff in. So you'll see that it's so easy to whip up. And then I have 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast as well. And that's it for the ricotta. Again, all of the measurements in grams are written out down below. So I'm just gonna pulse this until it becomes ricotta-like texture. It should be a thick cheese amount. And then we're gonna assemble as soon as our pasta is done into a casserole dish, and like dinner is pretty much done. So this recipe is so easy. I swear, if you bring it to a family function, a potluck, a get together, everyone is gonna love it. You don't have to even mention that there's beans in here. You can't tell, which is one of the reasons why this recipe just gets rave reviews if people are plant-based or not. So I'm really excited to share it with you. So I'm gonna blend this. I will see you guys in a second, and we will assemble, pop it in the oven, and dinner is pretty much done. And again, you can, you know, brag that this is so homemade with the marinara. The ricotta is homemade. You know, everything is from scratch, so it's really awesome. I think definitely a showstopper. And we also love to make this for the holidays because, you know, it's pretty easy. You also could make this ahead of time and freeze it, which is really nice as well. We've done that in the past on super busy days, but I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. All right, let's assemble. So my pasta is done, and just drain the water. Now I'm gonna use a 9x13 casserole dish for this. This makes like the perfect amount. This roughly serves around 8 people. You can see, steamy. So I just put the pasta in, really easy. Up next is to add the red sauce. So I just put it in here just so you guys could see it. But again, you can use any marinara sauce you'd like. I really, really recommend our recipe. I think it's top notch. So if you are looking for an easy one, you might already have all the ingredients to make it. And I just whipped this up. I never buy store-bought anymore. I just pour the entire thing. Could not be easier. Into my casserole dish. Like really, really simple. I'm just gonna stir it around for like just a second just to make sure everything is coated. And then I like to just kind of plop, I don't know if there's a better word, or smear the ricotta in. Now again, you can do this with stuffed shells. You could use this for lasagna. This is just such a good recipe. And just to show you how the ricotta turned out, like, it is so good. I also have a couple recipes that include this with like baking it and then kind of making it like a cheese dip recipe. So if you guys want to see that, you can leave a comment too and let me know, but it is so good. So another thing that you could do as add-ins is you could add spinach to this. I most times will serve this with like a giant salad as a side. So it's up to you. You could put veggies in here, extra veggies. You also could do some basil. I really like basil, especially in the summertime. It's not quite ready for it yet here, but usually what I just do is I kind of plop it. Or if you like dried basil or oregano or anything else, parsley, something else you want to add, you can go for it. If you've been following my stuff for a while, you know I'm always encouraging you guys to make it taste for what your family likes. I always share the recipes how we enjoy them, but everyone's taste is different. You could put red pepper flakes in here to make it a little bit spicy. I do think this dish is very like kid-friendly, people that aren't plant-based. This is a good one if you're like, I don't know what to take for Easter, or you know, if you're watching this and it's Christmas or some other holiday. I really, really think the entire family would love this. Now we are gonna cover this, and I bake it at 350 for around 30 to 35 minutes covered. So if you have a dish that has a lid, you could use that, an oven-safe lid. What I usually do is I usually take parchment paper and cover it, and then cover it with tin foil on top of the parchment paper, so the tin foil isn't directly touching my food. But that's, you know, everyone has a different preference on that. So I just kind of plopped the ricotta on top, and I'm just gonna stir it in now, because I kind of want a piece of, you know, like a little bit of ricotta with every bite. So I'm gonna go bake this. It smells so good. Again, cover it, and I will see you guys back in about a half an hour. And I know that the entire family, plant-based or not, is gonna really enjoy this one. So I will see you guys back whenever it's finished. And after it comes out, oh my gosh, look at that. It is such a delicious recipe to make for having people over or as a thank you gift. I think I'm on the kick for stuff to make for future neighbors as we move and just get to know people. I love, you know, being a really helpful neighbor and giving. I love giving family members and everyone food. It's kind of my love language per se. So I hope you guys will try this. It literally is a favorite for holidays, when you have people over, when it's a busy night, you can freeze it. And I know the entire family is gonna love it. You know, add greens to it if you'd like, change it up. We do fresh basil whenever that comes around in the summer. You can play around with the seasonings and spices, make it spicy by red pepper flakes. Have fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure you check out our recipe, which is down below on our website. You can just print it off and have it. This is for sure going to be a family favorite. And if you haven't yet, check out our membership. We are literally supported by viewers like you, because I don't put any ads or anything on our website. It's just the recipes, and really it just helps us, you know, buy groceries, recipe test, have a website, be able to have equipment to film. So I really do appreciate if you've been enjoying the recipes, consider being a member. There are 25 recipes that I have yet to film YouTube videos on in the membership right now, and every 5th of the month I put out 5 new ones. So there are 5 that are gonna come up very soon for you guys. And there are literally, like, this recipe came out about a year ago to a cooking class, and so those people got it, and then it takes me like forever to get it out onto this channel. So I hope you guys will consider being a member to see what I've been working on and help support us. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys later. We're gonna go enjoy this like feast that now I don't have to cook for a really long time. Again, it freezes well, it travels well. I don't know how much more I can talk you into making this. This is a recipe. If you're looking for a good pasta bake, give this one a try. I know it's gonna be a hit. I will see you guys very soon for the next video. And thanks for being really patient with our schedule while we're moving and taking apart the kitchen and just getting set up in the new house. So I really appreciate all of the flexibility, you guys, and all of the well wishes that are coming while life is just crazy this next month or so. All right, I will see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye.